Hey everybody, welcome back to the Market Interest YouTube page. It's been a while. What I wanted to do is start off with a new series and show people how I'm valuing different stocks or securities before I'm purchasing them for my own personal account or using them within a client's account. There's so much information nowadays on the web and YouTube channels where people are just spitting out information saying, buy the dip, or just because a stock goes down, saying that that's the best time to buy when that isn't necessarily the wisest approach to investing. So what I wanted to do is really break down, a strategic process that I use anytime that I'm going to be investing within a security. So I'll start off by just showing you my starting point, which is right here, a spreadsheet that I created a little while ago. I just have a quick snapshot of a bunch of different stocks and kind of points me in the right direction. Lets me know, hey, should I be looking a little bit more into this stock or should I be avoiding it because of some red flags? So looking over on the left-hand side, these are a handful of links that I use pretty consistently. So I have Yahoo Finance. I use them for any type of chart analysis, technical analysis. Seeking Alpha, I use their peers section. So if I'm not quite sure what company, who their peers are, they have a great way of showing it. Just click on the link here, and it brings up all their peers that they have. Also, DCI or Discovery CI. This is a pretty cool site. I more recently started using them. They've got a lot of really detailed stock analysis. You can really dive into the details in this site, do some discounted cash flow analysis if you want. So pretty cool metrics there. I'm still getting used to that. And then Seeking Alpha, they've got some great resources. And I really like to get a sense of what the Wall Street investors are thinking, what the Seeking Alpha investors are thinking, and just to get a pulse of what's going on in the market, what's going on in the industry, what's going on with this company. And it's pretty cool. You learn a few different ways people are valuing a company at the same time. So continuing through the spreadsheet, I've got the tickers listed, the industry, market caps, beta, if I want to check out the volatility or some risks associated with the stock, has the beta listed. Then go through the price, the 52-week high, 52-week low, and then what percentage they are away from their high or their lows. And then I like to check out the insider buying. I think that's a pretty good indicator. For instance, Smith & Wesson, I know there were some inside buyers there. But this brings me over to a site called Open Insider. And anytime an insider of a company is going to be buying or selling that stock or executing on options for that stock, it needs to be reported to the SEC. And so Open Insider collects all that info and populates it. They do a great job at processing the information here. So I like to really look at if there are insiders that are purchasing the stock within the last 3 months. I think if they're continuously buying a stock within a 3-month period, I think that's a pretty good indicator. Again, not a guarantee, but it at least probably says something about the company. Then look at some multiples, things like PE, earnings per share, tangible book value per share, and then some other metrics as well. So this is just my starting point. And then if I really enjoy a company or think like, hey, you know what, there's something going on here, then I bring them over to a master dashboard, and that's where I'm diving in deep into the financials. So to start off over here, this goes over like the call value and the put values, and how many units are being bought and sold on each side. Get an idea of the sentiment in the options market. So this chart here, what it does is it breaks down the 4 most recent quarters. Over here, it lists usually the next 10 years, reported how the company did on an annual basis. It's super helpful just to get an idea of what the trends are of a company. Where are we within a market cycle, and how's the company adapting to it? So what I did was add a couple other buttons in here to just give a quick visualization of what some of the metrics are. So this one here just measures the operating income and operating margin. And it gives more of a visualization, an easier way of reading it than diving through each of the numbers. And that way, again, this isn't going to tell you whether you should buy the stock or sell a stock or not, but it can help explain how the company's performing within certain times, or if there's any seasonality to the company. So I really like to focus on operations and cash flows. So it goes through the metrics, the metrics in those areas as well, and then finally ends with the balance sheet. And for all you accountants out there, I know this isn't in the typical order, but I really do like to focus more so on the operations and cash flows to see how things are moving there and the efficiencies of a company. Obviously, if you're doing more value investing, then balance sheet might be top priority for you. And then over on the left-hand side, again, have the links over here if I want to click in, see what Smith & Wesson's stock chart looks like. It pulls up Yahoo Finance and see the charts there. So that's the breakdown. So what I'm going to do is in the next handful of weeks is go through different stocks where I think, I've started to assess them and think, hey, this might be an appropriate buy for either one of my accounts or somebody else's account that I'm working with. Really dive through how I'm analyzing a certain stock. If this is something you're interested in, or you have questions about different stocks or securities, then feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. Go to the Market Interest on Facebook. You can join the group there. Just post a couple links, and I'd be more than happy to review any type of stock or investment. I can't make any recommendations, obviously, through YouTube, but I can at least do an assessment and see, hey, does this seem like something that seems really risky, or something that potentially could have some opportunity to it? I'm looking forward to doing this moving forward. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.